Call options explained in a way that actually makes sense. An option is just a contract between a buyer and a seller. And with any contract, there are some terms associated with it, like the underlying in question. We're going to use ABC stock, the agreed upon price. This is the price that we struck the deal at, thus the strike price, and the time frame. In this example, I'm using August 2025. Let's assume that's 30 days. Remember, options involve risk, are not for everyone. This is educational, duh. This is a call option, which means the contract contains the right to buy. We're going to look at this through the lens of the buyer and the seller. If I buy a call option, I'm considered long the call. Long means purchased, call means the right to buy. Any purchased option, regardless if it's a call or a put, your goal is for it to have as much value as possible. And since you purchased the right to buy, you own the right to buy 100 shares of ABC stock at $100 per share at any time through that expiration date. We're pretending it's 30 days. So you can execute upon those terms, which we call exercising. Now the seller, they are considered short the option. Short means sold and call the right to buy. Any sold options, regardless if it is a call or a put, is for it to deplete in value. Since you sold the right to buy 100 shares of ABC stock at $100 per share, you're obligated to fulfill the terms of that contract, which means you have to sell those shares. This is called assignment, because when this guy who you sold the contract to said, you know what, I want to go ahead and buy 100 shares of ABC stock at $100 per share, someone has to sell them to the long call holder. That someone is assigned said contract and thus must fulfill the terms. ABC is at $100 per share. The option is trading at a $5 premium. The buyer or the long call holder paid a debit of $5 or $500 total. That is actually their max loss. The seller of the option, when ABC is at $100 per share and the option is trading at a $5 premium, they received a credit. They received that $5. They paid the debit, they received it. That is the max gain. This is the max loss for the buyer side is the debit. The credit is the max gain for the seller. ABC stock can theoretically go to any price. The max gain is unlimited and it's considered bullish speculation, whereas the max loss for the short call holder is unlimited and it's considered neutral to bearish and an income strategy. The important takeaway, please pay attention. Long options, the goal is for it to have as much as value as possible and you need it to be more than what you paid for the option to be profitable. Otherwise, you'll just break even, which means you're looking for a sharp directional move in order to make profit. Whereas short option holders, their goal is for the option to deplete in value. A sharp directional move actually equals more risk. Comment your questions and you know what buttons to hit to follow along. And here is the full whiteboard because you always ask.